Hi everybody, this is Cassandra from Craftably Ever After, and welcome to my channel. I think we're going to just jump right into it. If you watched my previous video, you know that I started what I'm calling my subscription box challenge, and I was very excited for it. Just to remind you, it was from the Bella Coco, the Crochet Society subscription box for December. And I'm using this cute guy, Pierre the polar bear. I used him for inspiration. So I wasn't going to make this exact pattern. I want to use the patterns from the subscription boxes as inspiration. So try and do something different with them. I know a lot of the books, a lot of the boxes do have patterns for amigurumi in them. What I want to do is change them up a bit, maybe do something completely different, maybe just add something, but somehow just use them for inspiration. So this one was easy because I knew I was going to do a polar bear, and I knew I was going to do this exact pattern because these are the colors we got in the box. So what I ended up doing, because I like the regular style of making amigurumi, so what I came up with in the end was this guy. Let me show you my little Pierre the polar bear inspired polar bear. So this is what he looks like. I think he came out very, very cute. Obviously I had a very good sort of inspiration project to work from. He was already a polar bear in the book, but this is what he looks like. I think he came out adorable. I love the pattern on his little jersey. I used to make him my very trusty 2.5mm hook, which I use for all of my amigurumi. I think the yarn we got in this subscription box was DK, which is the yarn weight I use for all of my amigurumis. So it was lovely to work with. I hadn't used acrylic in a while. Since coming to Denmark, I've sort of fallen in love with cotton yarns. But this was amazing. I'd forgotten actually how easy it is working with acrylics. So this was him. And when I finished this cute guy, I had about just less than half the ball of white left. So I thought, well, I'm not going to waste this. I'm going to try another polar bear, maybe a slightly different jersey. I knew it was going to have to be a slightly different size because I didn't have enough. And to be honest, at the end of this bear that I'm going to show you now, I was playing a bit of yarn chicken. We had at one stage a very small amount of yarn left, and I still had both of his arms to do. So I cut the yarn I had left exactly in half. And I thought, well, I'm just going to work his hands up until where the white ends, and that's where his jersey is going to start. So he is a tad smaller than my first bear, but here he is. So this is a bit of a chunkier fellow. He's, I'll call him the little brother of Pierre. So you'll see quite a bit of difference between the two. This one slightly shorter legs. His hands didn't turn out too badly with that last scrap of yarn I had left. His head is smaller. I had to make his ears and his muzzle a little smaller because I saw I was not going to be close to making it with my white yarn, and I didn't have a similar acrylic white, and I didn't want to use something else. This was the subscription box challenge, and I wanted to use what we got in the subscription box. So his pattern on his little jersey, I did do slightly different. I wanted to add a bit more yellow because it's such a lovely, I don't know what the color name was again, but it's like a sunflower yellow for me. I just love it. So Pierre, he didn't have a lot of yellow in it. I wanted to give his little brother a bit more yellow. So this is my subscription box challenge #1 result, and I love it. This is a pattern that I sort of did on the fly, if I can call it that. I don't have a pattern for it. I might decide to write it up. They're both slightly different. It would be fun to do a pattern for these two guys. I think I might just do that. But thank you Crochet Society and thank you Spinner Yarn Crochet for giving me this lovely inspiration to work with. So I think this guy is extremely cute. I really enjoyed using him as inspiration. But let me put them side to side again. I hope I can fit them in. Let's see. There you can see exact same pattern that I used from Gillian Hewitt's pattern for the little jersey, and I think they do look like they can be family. So that was my first part of the video. Have a look at the end of the video. I'm going to put in some clips where I'm taking these two boys to our local park to take some photos. I'll show you around, just around the corner from where we stay. It's beautiful. I think you'll enjoy having a look around. Alright, so that was the subscription box challenge max for this week. The second part of my video is actually going to be to have a look at crochet kits, or a crochet kit for this episode. I mentioned before, it is a bit of a guilty indulgence for me. I love crochet kits, and I'll tell you why. When I made amigurumis in South Africa, I used a very specific yarn all the time. I used L, DK, Poolskein. I had it in every color. When we moved to Denmark, I brought 3 massive containers filled with that specific yarn with me because I love working with it. I've worked with it for years and years. It's a pleasure to work with. The amigurumis look lovely. So that is what I used. It was 100% acrylic. Then moving to Denmark, I purchased at the end of 2020, I bought 4 different crochet kits. It was the first time I had the opportunity to order crochet kits from, that was around Europe. I think I had from Spain, I had from Turkey, I can't remember where the others were, from England. I know I ordered one from the UK. And what's brilliant about crochet kits is that you get exposed to different types of yarn for making amigurumi. And this is how I fell in love with cotton. I'd never used cotton for amigurumi at all before in South Africa. It was always a bit more expensive than the acrylic. I think it probably still is, although I can find it relatively affordable here in Denmark. But this is how I got onto the cotton, and I would have never had the opportunity, well, I had the opportunity, I just never took the chance of trying out crocheting with cotton. And this was because of crochet kits. So you get exposed to different yarns. Some of the kits come with hooks, crochet hooks. So you get exposed to other types of hooks. I like the idea of supporting local business. I like the idea of supporting pattern designers, because often this is their business. They design patterns and then they themselves, I love the idea of knowing that a designer actually put this kit together and went to the trouble of mailing it to me. So I'm going to do quite a few kits throughout the year, but the first one I'm going to show you is this. This one is a little seagull pattern. I couldn't resist him. Staying in Denmark, we're quite close to the ocean, and some of the most noticeable bird noises we have in the area are seagulls. I love the sound of seagulls. I hear it often when I walk with my daughter to school in the mornings. not a day goes by where I don't hear the sound of seagulls. So I absolutely love it. So when I saw this kit, I absolutely had to get it. Now this one was sent from Sweden. It's a lady in Sweden, Kim Fries is her name. I will add the link to her Etsy shop in the description box. Now together with this large kit, I got this enormous bag of stuff. So I'm not sure if the seagull is very, very big or if she's just very, very generous. But as you all know, we amigurumi folk go through tons of stuffing. So let me quickly open up this pack. I'll tell you, I bought it on Etsy. I think it might have been around about the Black Friday weekend, somewhere there. I did get a shop discount on this, so it was discounted when I bought it. I paid about 213 Danish kroner, which I think in US dollars is about 32 US dollars, and in the region of 23 pounds. But you can have a look on Etsy. I know she's got a few other products in her shop as well, but like I mentioned, I fell in love with this little seagull. So I haven't opened it yet. I'm very excited to see what's inside. So I'm quickly going to show you what's inside, what we get. Alright, so firstly we get the printed pattern. Now a lot of designers will also email you the pattern. This one, I've got this very nice colored printout of the pattern. Lovely photos. There's the designer with her completed seagull. It is lovely. So I will definitely link all of their details in the description box below. So first you get, well, I got the stuffing. Get that printed out pattern. Oh, this is lovely. So a little project bag. Can I just admit to you now that I love getting project bags in the crochet kits. So for the majority of kits that I have ordered, I have received project bags. This one is the first of its kind that I've gotten. A lot of times you get those cotton drawstring bags, which I love. I keep the specific project in it. This one I really, really love. So you get that nice project bag. Oh, I love it. Another thing I like freebies. And in all of the crochet kits I've had so far, I received some or other free gift, which I appreciate. So thank you very much, all of you people sending out your crochet kits with free gifts. This is a little pin that you get with the seagull on it, and then a few stitch markers. So I don't always use these metal ones. I like the plain old plastic ones. Then we get the accessories for this guy, which is safety eyes, and then a very cute, you won't be able to see it there, but a little handmade leather tag, which is really nice, and a piece of string, which I'm not sure, it must be used in a pattern somehow. Then we get yarn. So that's it, that's the end of my little goodie bag. So what we use is Yarn and Colors Epic. This is the brand. I've never heard of it, and this is what I mean. This is the beauty of crochet kits, because I have never ever heard of this yarn before. So this gives me the opportunity to get to know another brand of yarn that is cotton, which I mentioned is my current favorite. It asks, it's a 4 weight, asks for a 5mm. I don't use big hooks like that for amigurumi, so for this one the biggest I will use is a 3.5. It is slightly thicker than the yarn that I use, so I might give it a go with my 2.5 millimeter, although I think my 2.5 might be a tad small, so I'll go up to a 3. So you get a beautiful cream color. I don't know what, oh, it's just called cream. So this beautiful cream color, which is obviously the body of the seagull. So we get 2 of them. Then we get a yellow, which is called mustard. Then this nice grey, which is called soft grey. And then the last one is the black. I always like getting black yarns because you never use a lot of the secondary color, so there's always left. And I use black yarns like this. I sometimes just use a couple of strands of them if they're thick like this one, but I use them for embroidering my amigurumi. So I just use a normal cotton like this and use just a few strands, or depending on the size of the toy, I might use, but this one is a bit thick, so I'll thin him out a bit. So that is it, you guys. I'm very excited. So have a look. Scraps the seagull. He is going to be my next project. And I've got a very, very special place in Copenhagen that I'm going to take you to, where we're going to take some photos of Scraps, the seagull. You will enjoy it. It's my favorite spot in Copenhagen. I will take you with me. Alright, that's it for this episode. Remember to watch a little further. I'm going to post those clips of our park and where I take a photo of the 2 brothers. And I will see you guys next time. Have a lovely day.